Hi, guys. Just sitting here in my dressing room, eating some Levain cookie.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Thursday, March 28th.
March 28th.
Performance number 804.
It's half hour for us.
Brian Munn and Kristen Smith-Davis are on tonight.
But what are we really here today for?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the
We're here to connect me and Lila Coogan.
It would be really super if we could get 2 people to volunteer. Those of you who have volunteered in the past, if we could press you into service one more time, it would be great to have.
Let's see if Lila's here.
At this point, without this evening's collection, we have made over $50,000. Let's put it this way. In our last winter collection, I think we made $50,000. So in the short amount of time, we've been able to make over $50,000, and that is because of everyone's patience and contributions. So one more night of patience and helping out, and we're home free.
I don't see Lila at the moment. I love you too. She just went live. She just started a live. Oh, good. Well, I thought I was supposed to start my live. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm not supposed to be on this live. She started a live? Am I supposed to go onto her live, or is she supposed to go onto mine? I thought she was supposed to be on this one. There she is. There she is.
I could not figure out how to get onto this live.
I heard you went live yourself.
Well, I thought I had to go live to get into your live. But
have you ever done this?
Don't have to do that.
Have you never done living before?
I've only ever been live and had someone join me. I've never do you know what I mean? Join someone else. So I was like, how do I do it? And then everyone's like, get off this one and go to the Anastasia live. I was like, oh, got it. There we go. So
how the heck are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm noticing the similarities between our faces right now. Are you seeing this?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, no wonder why we're playing the same parts.
Right. Too funny.
So wait, so is this supposed to be me interviewing you?
I don't know.
I honestly think what it's supposed to be is people are supposed to ask us questions, and
Okay.
I'm supposed to interview you. I think that's what it is.
Okay.
So if anybody has any questions, or actually, maybe I could start us off. How the heck are ya?
I'm good. Traveling.
What city are you in right now?
We're in Chicago. So,
Are you eating all the deep dish pizza?
I've already had 2. We've only been here for 2 days. So
Are you here for are you there for a week or 2 weeks?
2.
Okay. Here's the situation. Deep dish pizza is my favorite thing on the face of this earth, and it does not exist in New York City. It literally, you cannot get it in New York City.
Very nice.
And every time I hear someone's from Chicago, Pete and I have discussed flying to Chicago just for an overnight, just to get deep dish pizza and come back.
Where do you go?
I'm a Giordano's person. What's yours?
I love Illuminati's.
That's yours? I've never had theirs, so I think maybe that's why. If I had it, maybe I would switch over. But the thing I like is all the cheese.
Yeah. The thick
Extra cheese.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Okay. Oh, what are you drinking?
Ginger ale kombucha.
That's my favorite one.
No way, me too.
Okay, we're twins. My favorite one is the ginger.
Yeah.
And then I also there's
the
another brand that's lemon, and it tastes like lemonade, but it's more than half the calories less.
Oh.
I don't know do you like lemonade? Are you a lemonade drinker?
Yeah.
I never drink lemonade because it's so sugary, but when it was a kombucha, I was and it tastes just like lemon.
Yeah, I love lemon. I don't like super sweet stuff. So
So like nothing that I like?
for you.
None of this stuff?
No. I mean, I like candy and stuff like from time to time, but like especially with my drinks, like I like less sugar and more like because I'm also so
Right.
with anything.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of that way too. I would rather eat my sugar than drink it.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to say hi, Joel? Oh, come in. This is our company manager, Joel, and we're talking to Lila Coogan on the tour.
How exciting!
So how are you? Okay, so you're in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
What is one thing that you've learned while you've been on tour?
I think the biggest thing I've taken away from being on tour is learning to take care of myself. I always like want to do everything everyone asks me to do, or like, you know, I just love to like give, and I think I've learned I sometimes have to be like, I genuinely can't, but I need to.
That's so crazy that you feel that way, because when I was on tour, I felt like I had so much more time. Like, you're still so insanely busy, but because you're kind of taken a little out of auditioning, I mean, you can still go in a little bit and do like a 1-day audition, but for the most part, like you're not auditioning as much. And because like your friends aren't asking to hang out as much, most of the time you end up just like laying in I like got really used to room service when I was on tour. Have you gotten into the room service yet?
I'm like an Airbnb girl.
You don't stay at any of the hotels?
Usually I don't, no.
Do you like the Airbnb? Because see, we didn't have Airbnb when I was on tour.
Right. Well, I like Airbnb because I like to cook for myself. Because although I didn't cook for myself, I have sweet green tonight. So, oops.
But isn't it hard to like, you have to find a place that's close to the theater, but also close to a grocery store?
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can Uber. It's not so bad.
Oh, you Uber.
Yeah. But I found like my schedule is so much busier than it used to be because I'm constantly getting up to do like TV shows.
Press.
Yeah. It's like never ending. Because we're also only in cities for like a week at a time. So.
Oh, yeah. So you don't do month and a halfers?
Nope.
Oh, see, yeah. Okay, then that makes sense because every city you go to, you got to do press.
Yep.
And so you're doing all the press. Are you singing Journey to the Past for everything?
Pretty much, yeah.
At like 6 a.m?
Pretty much. Sometimes twice.
I did that once for CBS. Well, I also did like, you know, in the beginning I did a bunch of press, but like recently I did CBS and I was like, damn, it is tricky to get like, because it's like, it's not just about singing the notes. It's such an acting song.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
And, like, out of the show, it's harder because you're like, I don't have my suitcase and I don't have my jacket. And like, you know what I mean? I'm in this like glamorous dress with heels and
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. And there's like cameras right in
I know how you feel when you're like, I don't have my suitcase, because I feel the same. I'm like, I don't have my suitcase.
Yeah.
What am I going to do? All my acting beats are with my suitcase.
Yeah. And there's no audience to play off of either. So it's like, you know, when I do like, when I was doing press over the summer and I would be on stage and I'd be singing, it was so different from the cameras. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's so different. And also like, you can give a little bit more when you're on stage, but when the cameras are picking up every little facial expression, you're like very hyper aware. Okay, am I too happy in this moment? Am I not? You know, you're just thinking.
Also, don't look into the lens. Don't look into.
Have you been on a press interview yet where they put something in your ear?
No, but when I worked for What Would You Do for the past 3 years, I'm super familiar with an earpiece.
I am not familiar with an earpiece, and they had the music going through my ear once where no one else could hear it but me, just in my ear.
Yeah.
And and I like belted way past the like end note. I was like, la, like I kept going because I couldn't hear, like, it's weird.
Yeah, it's weird. It's definitely like a thing to get used to, but like, especially because also, at least for when I was working on What Would You Do, they talk into your ear, they're telling you what to do. So you got to like observe what's going on in like the scenario as well as hear people talking in your ear. So
it's crazy.
Yeah.
So tell me more about like, how has it been? Because I know this was another thing for tour. When you're on tour and you go from house to house, have you been on tour before? You know, when you go from house to house and you have sound check and you're like, great, we had sound check. And then the show starts opening night and you're like, sounds completely different from sound check.
Here, especially.
Really?
Yeah, me and Ed last night were like, it's so different here. This is like the weirdest sound we've ever had.
And the craziest thing is that's the day all the reviewers come. So it's like, it's like, everyone, please, if you're a reviewer and you're watching this and you're going to review Anastasia from a different city somewhere coming up, recognize we are all like getting used to the sound of the auditorium or wherever we're in. Yeah.
Fresh off the bus, like, yeah. It's crazy. That's the other thing about tour that's very crazy is like every week you open and every week you have a reviewer and every week you have an opening night. So that's something.
But it's kind of exciting too.
Yeah, it's definitely fun.
It keeps it fresh. You never go through a point of like, oh, I'm just doing the show. It's like, oh, okay, gotta, this is opening night here,
Yeah.
And opening night parties.
Yeah, every now and then we have opening night parties. Like we had one last night. So that was a lot of fun. Sometimes we don't, which is also there. It depends on the week, because if I have to get up early for press, sometimes I bow out gracefully from the opening party.
Yeah. Another tricky thing is like clothing, because you only have so many clothes that fit on like into your bag. So it's like you only have so many dresses that you can bring with you along, and everyone's seeing you kind of wear the same couple things.
And they smell.
Because sometimes you can't get them washed.
Yep. Nope. So I'm like, I'm sorry.
Gosh, I don't know if this is what people want to be listening about, like the tour life, but it's real. I think it's kind of a cool backstage peek of what it's like, but at the same time, on top of it all, it's a blast. Like for all of those little crazy things,
it's worth it.
The worth it is like 1,000 times more.
Absolutely.
Because you're visiting each city. Like what was your favorite city that you've visited so far? You don't have to say favorite, but like your favorite thing, most fun you've had in a city.
I think for me, I loved being in DC because that was our longest sit down. We were there for a month.
DC is great.
DC is great. And it's just like I had my coffee shop and I had like my go-to Thai place, stuff like that. So I really loved DC. And I love Chicago. So I'm really, really happy to be back here.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chicago's amazing. What else? All right. Let's open the questions up. Does anybody have any questions?
I can't hardly see them.
Someone said you were in DC and you were amazing.
Hmm.
Someone said, why are there two Anastasias? I don't get it.
Well,
I think see the tour in Philly because Delilah. Oh yeah, I want to try to see it in Philly if I can.
Yeah.
My schedule is so insane, but I have to see Kinky Boots before it closes, and I would love to try to come out and see you guys if I'm in town. I'm gonna be like out, like I have like all these things that I'm doing all about.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and you have your,
But you start on the 7th, right?
The 9th, I think.
Oh, even better. Good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it's the 9th through the 14th.
Oh, that's
Wrong,
amazing. Okay. When are you coming to California?
So the tour hits California in September, and it starts in San Fran. We're there for a month. That'll be our second month sit down, which will be exciting. And then it moves to like Costa Mesa, San Diego, LA. So we'll jump around California for a bit.
That is amazing. You're going to love that.
I know. I have so many friends in LA, so.
Because remember when like LA wasn't on the schedule and now it is? We were all like, what is happening? Like, why is it not on the schedule? Like everybody was like, how is Anastasia not going to LA? Yeah. So now I'm happy like you guys get to go.
Yeah.
Do you guys like doing the stage door?
I love stage touring. I love
What's it like over there? Because everybody knows I love the stage door. I do the stage door. But like, what is it like on tour?
It's always a little different because every city's different in terms of like where the stage door is, whether people know about it, what the weather's like. Like here in Chicago, we've been swamped at the stage door, but it's awesome. Like it's so great to have everyone come out, and I love meeting you guys, and I love like talking to you and hearing like what you have to say about your life and what you want to do, and it's always awesome. And I always say the best part of the stage door is Joy Franz, because our dowager has like the best inspirational messages to everyone, and she also will sing this special birthday song if it's your birthday. So yeah, it's great. It's great.
That's amazing.
point.
Now I want a stage door. I want it.
She'll sing it to you. She'll send you a video. Like, she'll
More importantly, I have another question for you. Do you like Levain cookies?
Those are the best cookies on the planet.
I know, I love them.
I could eat my weight in Levain cookies.
The problem is when you have one, you really should only eat a quarter, but you'll eat the whole thing.
Are you only supposed to eat a quarter?
No, I just am thinking that's probably the normal serving
Because
size, but I eat the whole thing.
I can eat 2. Like, I love them. I used to work around the corner from them, and it was a problem.
It is a problem. That place is a problem. And now I feel like they're dividing and conquering, and they're opening up in more places. And I'm like, no, stay away from me because I'll go all the time.
Just like Taco Bell.
Do you like Taco Bell?
There's a cantina around the corner, and I had to try really hard not to go to it.
How have you not been?
Because I'm really trying to eat healthy right now.
Dude,
I
get
to Florida
you.
in a month, so I'm like.
Yeah, I've been really good. Like, this is actually the first like treat stuff that I've had in a day.
Yeah.
Because I've been I'm doing this reading right now, and I just want to be super healthy. I had to take off all last Saturday, the matinee and the evening show. And you want to know what happened? This might happen to you, so I'm just telling you. I went to the doctor and she scoped my throat and she was like, when I went like this, she was like, your throat is red in here. Your nose is red. I think what happened is you're sick right now. You're just experiencing no symptoms. And she put me on antibiotics. And I'm actually much better now.
Yeah.
And it's just the strangest thing because I was like, I literally lost my voice and I had no idea why.
Yeah. It happens. I got really sick in Pittsburgh. I had the flu and I was like down and out. Like I could not even get
When
out
was
of bed.
Pittsburgh? Was that the beginning of the run?
Second week. I was miserable.
And you had the flu.
What happened? So
It happens. It happens and it happens out of the blue. And you could
Yeah.
do everything right.
Yep.
Everything right and then you get sick.
Doesn't matter. We're human. It happens.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I knowing you,
Yeah.
like I've seen you, like you're very athletic, you're very, very healthy, you're drinking kombucha, it just sickness just comes. It's like I would see it happen to Derek too. Like him and I would both be getting sick and we'd be like, what is happening? We wake up in the morning early going to the gym. It doesn't matter. It just comes when it comes.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Does not matter.
Okay, more questions. Let's look.
Oh, there we go.
Have any of you guys ever thought about performing in Broadway shows in the future? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. This is like weird. Like something's happening where it's like jittery.
Yeah,
Are you having this experience?
Yeah.
I'm like half seeing you right now. Hold on.
Yeah. Hold on.
If you see a question, you can ask it.
Oh, hello.
Missed you. If anyone else has any more questions, Christy, when are you going to do a Taco Bell live? Christy, when are you?
What is going
Would
on
you
with
ever
this?
do a show in England? Would you ever do a show in England? What is your favorite line? What's your favorite line in the show?
Can you hear me?
Oh my gosh, what time is it, Penny?
Not quite. I can like hardly hear anything.
Come and say hi.
Hi.
So what we didn't realize when we organized this is my show is at 7. So everyone is dressed.
Yes, and she's not.
So what does that mean, Penny?
That means I'm gonna have to talk very slowly.
I just wish that was too much fun. I wish this would go on forever.
Yeah. I can hardly hear you though because it keeps glitching.
Well, it can't. I don't know what it is, but
We're doing an Instagram live now, Penny.
Well, this is a live.
It's a live person, and 674 people are watching right now.
Nice. Hi.
Oh, for the old days.
I know.
Before telephones.
I know. That's almost the amount of people in our theater.
So
Yeah.
I used to call, when I called, never mind punching it. We used to, I used to call, pick up the phone, and the operator would say, operator, please.